Well, it's February in the new year, and a lot of people are talking about how expensive things have become. I'm not going to say that I'm surprised by the conversations I've been hearing because I've been hearing them for some time now. A lot of people talk about how it costs more to buy groceries and how it costs more to go about life in general. We've just had the federal government release a new policy that actually helps Canadians do a better job in paying for their groceries. Here's what I'd like to suggest for those people who are feeling a bit of a pinch and some of whom are complaining and perhaps not necessarily fairly. I feel your pain. I understand that there are some people who are in tough times. If, however, you want to find a way to do something about it rather than just feeling helpless, one thing you can do is to find ways to invest in those things that benefit from the new circumstance. So for instance, if you're complaining about how banks charge a lot of fees and how you wish you could find a way to get back at those greedy bankers, well, you could always buy shares in banks. And then that way, instead of the idea is if you can't beat them, join them. If you can't find a way to deal with the problem that's confronting you in the here and now, you can always get yourself onto the other side of the ledger and participate in that thing, which is accretive to the people that are on the other side of the ledger, instead of simply lamenting being on the wrong side of the ledger. Similarly, with things that are expensive these days, food, but also just all manner of things, where we have an inflationary environment and prices are rising to the point where people feel they can no longer make ends meet. You might want to consider buying those things that will generally do better in an inflationary environment. That typically means things like metals or commodities or gold, sometimes real estate, although I'm not so sure about real estate in 2026. But at any rate, rather than complaining about how everything is becoming more expensive all the time, why not invest in those things that do well in an environment where things become more expensive? That way you can actually capitalize on it. It's something that you might want to consider as you make better wealth decisions. Nothing is guaranteed, but consider it, because for some people, this could be an option that might not have actually been on their radar, but might be quite actionable and easy to implement. This has been Weekly Wealth Update, a Make Better Wealth Decisions podcast dedicated to explaining how current events impact your portfolio and the wealth decisions you make. Tune in for commentary on how the news of the week affects your portfolio and your thinking.